Every person on this planet has a gift the world needs.
And at the core of education is helping people find their gifts and bring them to life.
Mycelium is a learning organization that's working to crack the code of education for our times. Mycelium is unique in that it exists on two ends of the spectrum. On the one end, we're inspired by things like traditional education, indigenous wisdom, nature, and at the same time, we're at the real cutting edge of things like social psychology, economics, neuroscience, and social entrepreneurship. Over several years of pretty intensive design, research, failing, experimenting, we've developed a powerful and effective model, the Mycelium Learning Journey.
This 12-week intergenerational journey is part life design, part leadership development, and part business incubator, all supported by a global network of both established and emerging change makers. Participants work with a one-on-one learning coach, a practice group, and their own personal advisory board. We just completed our first learning journey, which was a cohort of 17 participants, and their experience ranged from being consultants, executive coaches, to we had some authors, we had community organizers, we had a green builder, we had a social entrepreneur.
My learning journey said, girl, you need to focus on home space before you go outside of yourself into community. This is rampant in community organizing. There's no way, as wounded, hurting individuals who are not looking at ourselves, that we can create any change in this world.
The 3-month mycelium process that I just went through, I suspect will have a nearly never-ending impact on the basic trajectory of my life. I would recommend it to everyone I know. I really would. I would recommend participating in the journey to people who feel like they have something that's ready to emerge and they don't have a space for it to emerge within.
There's some deeper thing that happens when we're around, just physically around other people who are really in alignment with themselves. It shifts something for us. It gives us permission. I just think it's like a rippling effect.
At the core of it was this belief in every single person and the trust in every single person to know what was right for them. Now I'm gonna cry. You don't see that in our system anywhere.
This methodology is simple, accessible, and it works. It's also scalable, it's transferable to other environments, and it's financially sustainable. We're excited and we're ready to expand our impact. We recognize that there is a need for more learning facilitators that have the capacity to create environments where people have transformative experiences.
I said yes to Mycelium because that's what we need right now, is a world with people in service to the whole.
We also plan to partner with traditional education institutions, alternative education institutions, corporate businesses, and conferences in the nonprofit realm in order to introduce this pattern of learning journeys into both the public and the private sector.
I mean, I think that Mycelium is really, it's something coming from the future. You'll be mainstream in 100 years.
With this successful campaign, we'll have the space, the financial space that we need to fully design and test and market this new training of the facilitators program. Learning isn't linear. It's oftentimes very circular. Sometimes it moves forward, sometimes it moves back, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually how we learn as humans. This is where there's not really the language yet, in that there's something really almost magical that happens when people feel safe and in community together to explore something that's profoundly important to them, like the purpose of their life. We're really walking the line between today and the future. And we're playing in this space of the unknown, and we need people to believe in a world that doesn't yet exist.